and welcome back to my channel. It's Amanda. Today I wanted to take you along with me as I headed to Target for a little shop with me, specifically for the Hearth and Hand collection for spring that they have out right now. They do also have the Studio McGee collection out, as well as their regular Threshold line, but today I kind of just wanted to focus on Hearth and Hand. I felt like, for me personally and my style, a lot of what I wanted for spring I found in the Hearth and Hand collection. A lot of the Studio McGee stuff, while beautiful, I would normally use as summer items. So I'm going to leave that alone for now and cover that later. The nice thing about the spring and summer collections for Hearth and Hand and Studio McGee is that they are less quick to fly off the shelves. I feel like, in the spring and summer, people feel like they have more time, whereas with the fall and Christmas collections, everybody's like rushing to get them as soon as possible. So I'm going to share with you guys some footage that I took in the store, kind of an overview of the things that I saw, as well as the things that I purchased. And then I am going to share with you guys some items that I really, really loved, but for whatever reason did not purchase today. But if I had an unlimited budget, I probably would. We are going to head right into the store and let's see what they have. So we are back. That was kind of just an overview of the things that I saw. We are going to get into the individual items that I purchased now and why I purchased them and how I envision using them in my home. We are filming kind of later at night. It was a crazy day. After I got back from Target, I went to pick up my son from preschool, and then I turned off my car, went out to get him, brought him back. It was literally 2 to 5 minutes. My car would not start. My battery had died. So we had to wait for someone to come and jumpstart my battery because nobody had jumper cables. It was a long story. Our entire afternoon schedule was off. So here I am. It's like 10 o'clock at night and I'm finally going through all of this for you guys. So we are going to get started. I really love her spring collection this year. I'm very excited about it. I feel like it fits a lot of what I already do for spring in terms of colors. Specifically, she has a green tone that she is using in a lot of her ceramics this year that is just stunning. They call it serene green, I believe. And I think it's just the perfect green for spring. I've been using it for, goodness, years. It is my preferred, like I said, my preferred spring green. And it's just gorgeous. I love it. I feel like the trends are smiling on me for once. Last year they had a lot of purple. This year, green. It's great. So we are going to get started into the items that I purchased. And you will notice this green features rather prominently. So before we get started, I do want to apologize. You might hear some thumps and bumps going on. My husband is out in the garage changing the battery in my car. So that's what's going on right now. He's trying to be quiet, but if you're lifting up the hood and doing all that stuff, there's just inevitably there's going to be some noise. So I do apologize if you can hear that. But that is what's going on. The first item I wanted to share with you guys is probably one of my favorites that I picked up. And it is this beautiful green berry bowl. It is in that serene green that she is featuring this year. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it really does scream spring green to me. Like, to me, this isn't a neutral green. It doesn't feel neutral to me. I just don't feel like this would be very appropriate in any other time other than spring. It just is a little too, I don't want to say bright, but I do want to say bright about it. It definitely has a little bit of a yellowy tone. And the thing is it's bright without being bright. Like, it is a pastel version, I guess, of spring green. It could be much brighter than it is. The vibe it gives off is bright and cheery, I guess, would be another good descriptor of it. So it's definitely a spring color. If you're looking for a neutral green, this is probably not the green for you. It is one of my favorites to use for spring. So for me, it works really, really well. I've been waiting for a color like this to be featured in a popular collection for a while now. I just feel like everything is going my way trend-wise, which is always a great feeling. I think it's really pretty. They did have a brown one last year that I almost got. I really, really wanted it. It was like in a peachy brown, like a beigey peach. I am so glad I didn't get it. And this is why I don't feel bad telling myself to leave things I really love in the store, because I try to tell myself to get through the disappointment at leaving it behind by saying, oh, you know, next year you will totally forget about it. They might have something else that you love even more, and then you will be glad you didn't get the other thing. And this is exactly one of those times. I love this. It's my favorite. I can see myself using it up here on my coffee bar shelves, on my chicken wire shelf, as a centerpiece, or as part of a centerpiece for the table. I am so excited. I love, love, love this. This was $14.99. So the next item I want to talk to you guys about also features that serene green that she is using, and it is this mug. I actually got two of them. I feel like when I get a mug, I have to get two. I have to get one for me and one for my husband. But I love this mug. I love the two-toned version of it. It's got a little bit of like a brown line here to kind of mark out that difference. But the top has a kind of glaze on it, and then the bottom is definitely matte. Once again, I love this green. It's going to look great for spring. I plan to put this on a mug tree whenever I get one. I am still looking, and I think it will actually go, just a second. I think it would actually really go nicely with these mugs that were part of her fall collection. I just think they'll look kind of nice and coordinate nicely together on a mug tray. She also had another mug in that same green, but I really liked the two-toned color of this, and the other one was pretty much full on green. I'll put a picture of it up here. So I went with this one. I snapped up a couple of those. I really went back and forth on it because we have a lot of mugs. We drink a lot of coffee. We have a lot of hot chocolate. My husband and I both also drink tea, and my husband drinks hot water. We use a lot of mugs. These were $6.99 each. So we are going to be moving on from the kitchen items. Those were the only kitchen items that I got today. And then we are going to move on to some living room items. The first of which are these boxes. I actually got two. I got the smaller one and the larger one because I am looking for that stacked effect. They have a nice, they're kind of a fabric box. It's almost like a canvasy fabric. And then it's got these little leather, they're not latches, but pulls, I guess. I don't know. This is a little bit more, get that close enough for you guys. This is a little bit more of a neutral green. It definitely pulls a little bit more olive, a little bit more gray. I've been looking for stacked boxes to use in my living room for a while. These are gonna go on my floating shelves. They'll probably be a staple up there. The nice thing about these being a more neutral green is that they will work all year round. And in fact, you guys will probably gonna put them up on the floating shelves for my winter decorating, which is going to be coming up after this video. So you will probably see these then. I've just been looking for a nice set of stacked boxes like these for a while, whether they were a basket type or fabric like these. I just don't have any boxes like this. So the smaller one is $16.99 and the bigger one is $19.99. Now, one thing that I'm really trying to focus more on as we get into the spring and summer is greenery. I've actually got quite a bit of florals, especially for spring, because I love incorporating florals into that, but I also want just everyday greenery. And so I saw these cute little, these are technically, I think they call them mini plants. They're priced like they're mini plants. They don't feel like, this feels like much bigger than her usual mini plants that I have bought in the past. And I don't know if it's just because it's draping, but they are priced the same as her other mini plant. They are $6.99 each, but she just calls them a tabletop arrangement. I don't know, I love them. I got two. I think these might look really nice staggered on my floating shelves or in different spots in my living room. I think they might look really nice on top of the bigger green box, which I think I'm gonna explore in my styling idea at the end of the video. I love the drapiness of it. I don't have a smaller plant that is this drapey. I did get a plant like that from the Studio McGee line last year, but it was a much bigger plant and I kind of wanted some smaller ones. I love this pot. It is like a beigey cream. Let me see if I can't get it to focus in on it. The shadows are making it difficult. But it's got a really nice, almost like a scallop pattern here. It's a really simple pot, but it's got enough interest that I think it's not boring. Nice thing about them is that they're versatile. They can go literally anywhere. I could use these in my kitchen too if I wanted. So for the last items that I wanted to share with you that I purchased, I got a few stems. I did get these beautiful Gypsophilia stems. I got two of these, and then I got one of these beautiful dogwood stems. It's not focusing. There we go. I just think both are stunning. Originally, I just wanted to get the greenery, but they really only had two available at my location. I could only find two of these. So I thought to myself, well, should I get these two and then come back later and hope I could get another two or three more? Or do I get this dogwood stem that I really, really loved and told myself I didn't need because I had too many florals, and just make kind of a mini arrangement for it? Since what I originally was going to do fell through, I decided to get the dogwood stem and make a really simple arrangement. I'm calling it a sandwich arrangement. I basically have two pieces of Gypsophilia bread, and then the meat of the sandwich is the dogwood stem. And if you struggle to make your own arrangements, I think this is a really, really easy way to make something simple. No one would be able to tell that I made this myself, that these didn't already go together. These stems were all $4.99. Now, there were a few items that I really, really loved that I either felt like I did not need or just felt like were not within my budget, but I did want to share them with you in case you were looking for something like that. I've got my phone here in front of me. I'm gonna go through a list of things, and I'll put the picture up here. The first thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about are the coffee and tea tins that she has. I think they are so beautiful. I love the brass accents on them. I think that's really nice. I really, really, really wanted to get these. I cannot tell you, especially the coffee one. I cannot express to you how badly I wanted to get this. It is not the right timing for me to get that. I do want to replace my coffee ground container up here, and I would love to do it with this one because I think it's really sophisticated. It has a really traditional vibe towards it, and I love that. For reasons that I really can't get into right now, it just makes more sense for me to switch out that container at a later date. If they're still available, then I will probably get it then. She also has some really nice landscape artwork that I really like. She has this set of two that I really, really think is really nice. These are two smaller pieces. They kind of go together. I think they would look really nice on a set of floating shelves at different points, or like built-ins on either side of your TV. But she also has some of these larger ones. She has this portrait style one, and then she has this landscape one. These are quite a bit larger, quite a bit more expensive. They're $40 each, but they are beautiful, neutral landscape watercolors. And I think they're just gorgeous. She also has this really cute, she's been on kind of a teapot kick lately, I've noticed. She's had like a teapot for her fall, Christmas, and spring collection. So I don't know, maybe she'll come out with like a blue one for summer or something, or whatever her summer colors end up being. I love this one in the serene green. In my opinion, I can't go wrong with that green. It's just gorgeous. I do think she has one in the cream as well. So if you would prefer something more neutral and you're looking for a really cute teapot, this one's it. I love these faux chrysanthemum flowers. I really, really, really thought a lot about getting the white one. She has a white, a cream, a light blushy pink, and then a really beautiful deeper pink. And the deeper pink is, I'll show it up here. That is my favorite personally. I just don't decorate very much with pink. I use pink around Valentine's Day, and I might once again, like last year, use it upstairs in the master bedroom for spring. The master bedroom is so much more separate from the rest of the house, so it's so much easier to use a different color scheme up there than it is down here. But oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. It was really, really pretty in person. If you decorate with that color pink, you should definitely check them out. $4.99 each, so I'd probably get one or two if you wanted to put it in an arrangement, but it was stunning. They were so pretty. Another item that I really, really loved, I've got two more, is this beautiful throw blanket. It says it's color block. I did not get to see this in store. They seem to have it, I just didn't find it anywhere, but it's got a tan cream, and then underneath it's got that serene green again. And I don't have green throw like that to use for spring. So this may be one that I end up going back to get later. I also love these pillows. Once again, that serene green color. I just don't feel like I have that money to spare right now. I have other things that I think are more lacking in my collection. I passed on these, but they are super gorgeous. I love them. If I really had a need for a throw pillow, I would be getting these for sure. So those are all the items that I purchased and all the items that I loved, but I did not get. And before we go, I do want to share a styling idea using some of these pieces for you guys. So we're going to get into that right now. This arrangement is really something that I think would look really great on a desk. My desk is a mess right now, so we're working with the kitchen table. All of these items are actually Hearth and Hand items from various collections. Obviously, the boxes and the plant are from the spring collection. This tray is a little wood tray that I think was from last year's spring or summer collection. It's really part of, I think, an everyday collection. I still think you can get your hands on that. Don't quote me on that though. And then this brass clock I actually got as a part of her summer collection, I think it was last year. I got it around fall time, but she'd had it out for much longer. She actually has a very similar brass clock that's on a little pedestal this year, but it's got like an extra, not a handle, because obviously you can't use it like a handle, but it's got an extra little bit of detailing around the bottom. But otherwise it looks really, really similar to that, and I'll link it down below too. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, definitely leave me a like down below to let me know. I have so many more home decorating and homemaking videos for you guys here on my channel, so if you are looking for more content like that, I would love it if you would please consider subscribing. It really does so much to help out the channel, and I would love to have you guys become a part of my YouTube community. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Bye for now.